Good morning on Sunday. I wanted to record a video about Bitcoin. Obviously, everyone's talking about it. We had a huge move on Friday, but I wanted to wait a couple of days to let Bitcoin settle down before I give you my thoughts, opinions, analysis, and my outlook. I'm going to start by looking at the monthly chart. You've got to zoom out if you want to look at this market at this stage after such a big move. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm thinking, where I think Bitcoin's going, what the trade that I did on Friday, and then I want to show you what I think is going to happen if the trade that I did goes wrong. I'm going to give you an idea of where I think the market will then go. I'm also going to give you targets for my trade. So we've got quite a lot to cover. Let's get cracking. Okay, so sometimes you have to look at longer term charts, even if you're a short term trader. And this is really important for Bitcoin at this stage because we were in a great bull run. I'm sure you're well aware of that. And we've had a significant decline. I'm looking for a pattern. I'm looking for big levels that we should be aware of. And I'm even looking for longer term moving averages that we should be aware of. Now, I've got a white line here. That's the 50-month moving average. It's really significant. We haven't tested that since September 2023. And you can see when we did dip to the 50-month moving average, each time we bounced off it from that time. We were holding below it for a while. It was resistance. We got above it. It became support. So will it be a good support level this time around as well? I think it will be. You can also see that I've got a 61.8% Fibonacci level at 57,783. That's the exact value. That comes from when I've taken the low of 15,479 back in the month of November 2022. So we've retraced a lot since then. We've retraced over 60, or almost 60% from that whole rally. Now we'd already done that in February of this year, and we managed to bounce. I'm now going to switch to the daily chart. Okay, so we're going to zoom in a little bit now to the weekly chart. Still a long-term view, but it's important because you saw that we have the 50-month moving average around where we bottomed on Friday. We've got the 200-week moving average just a little bit above that at around 61,700, 61,800. Okay, we are trading below that as I speak to you, but I don't think that's an important issue right now. We could just be in a short-term overrun of the support level. And I've also got a trend line going back to August of 2024. So it's a really decent longer-term trend line joining these two lows. That intersects with the 200-week moving average. Yes, we've overrun it, but we could quickly recover above that, and that would just be a very small candle wick, on this candle before we recovered. So I haven't given up hope for the bulls. We are still holding above the 61.8% fib. So I do think there is a very strong chance of a recovery. We've already significantly unwound overbought conditions on the weekly chart. No, we're not oversold, but we don't need to. We are still in a longer term bull trend. Now, I'm going to switch to the daily chart. That might still be quite a long-term view for you guys. You might be very short-term traders, but it's still important. Look how we've become oversold, significantly and even severely oversold on the slow stochastics on the daily chart. Every time we've done that, we've bounced pretty quickly. Even though we were in a bear trend here, we didn't stay long in oversold territory. Look, every time we've got in there, we've bounced quickly on past occasions. We tend to spend probably a little bit longer in overbought territory, which is typical of a bull market. Now, I know we have been in a bear market since October, but we are still bouncing pretty quickly when we hit oversold levels. And I think that is still important. So this is why I jumped into a long position right on the close on Friday. I'm going to tell you what I bought because I didn't buy Bitcoin. If you're a crypto trader and if you're into Bitcoin, you've heard of MasterStrategy. I decided to buy some stock in MasterStrategy just because I think that gives me a leveraged position in Bitcoin. So it gives me some big exposure. That's just the way I like to play it. Now, I've got this trend line, as you saw on the weekly chart, going back to August, I think it was 2024. So that value, which is a little bit easier to see on the daily chart, especially if we just zoom in a bit here, you can see that value's around 62,500. So if we can get above 62,500, that would be a more positive sign. That's what I'm looking for as my first confirmation that we can recover. We've got a high on Friday of 63,900, so a push above there would also be a positive signal, of course. Okay, let's go shorter term again. Fibonacci retracements are a big part of what I do, what I use for my analysis. So 64,500 would be the first minor resistance level. I'm not sure that I would be, even if I was a day trader, whether I would be shorting it there. But certainly with my more bullish outlook over the next few days or maybe even weeks, I would be hoping for Bitcoin to break above 64,500, and that would be a nice little trigger for a move up to 67,800. Just simply using moving Fibonacci levels. You can see I've got some moving averages around there too, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when we test that level, and I'll review that in another video if and when we get there. I have to keep flicking between timeframes to get different perspectives on what I'm trying to look at. I'm now focusing on this trend line, which goes back to the 6th of February, this upward sloping trend line, which is the lower trend line of the bull flag pattern, which we broke last week and collapsed from. So that was a real nice trigger. To be honest with you, I missed the trade completely. I was looking for a break and to jump in on a retest. It didn't happen. We just sank, and I just had to sit back and watch the move rather than chase it. But that's trading, isn't it? So if we do get up as far as the sort of 71,000, 72,000 area, that could be more of a significant resistance. I would probably be looking to at least take some profit on my position and wait to see what happens at the trend line, and I will review that if and when we get there. Okay, now the question is, what happens if I am wrong? What happens if we start to break down? How far can we go? Is it going to be significant? Well, I've got another moving average that I use here, and the value of that is 56,500. So that's my line in the sand. I'll be out of this position around 56,000 just to give that moving average a little bit of room. I think if we break 56,000, I've given the trade more than enough room. I've got enough risk on there, and then I think that could be quite a significant sell signal, because it means we would have broken longer term moving averages, daily moving averages, weekly moving averages. We would have broken very important longer term Fibonacci support. We would have broken clearly broken the low from February. We just grazed it the other day. I don't think that was a significant break. But I think we're going to trigger a lot of stop losses if we break below 56,000, and I think that could send Bitcoin significantly lower. I would take the low of this candle as the first target, 49,500. So that alone would be a 5,000 or so, 6,000 or so drop. That would be quite significant. I don't see that as a support level. I really only see that as a target. It kind of coincides with this previous peak at 49,000. So if we get below 49,000, really, I don't see an awful lot to stop Bitcoin getting down as far as a 78.6% Fibonacci level at 39,200. And we've got the 500 week moving average climbing very slowly towards that area as well. So the 39,000, 35,000 area will be interesting, and I'll have a look at that if we get there. Okay, I hope I'm not confusing you too much with switching from different time frames, but I'm sure after watching this video, you'll understand how important it is to have a look at so many different time frames, especially when you're getting big movements like this. So my last point really is, this could be a very significant double bottom. The previous low in February was just a fraction above 60,000. We hit 59,125 on Friday, and we are recovering. So that, in my books, could be a very powerful double bottom pattern if the level holds. And actually, on Friday, we even got one or two bullish candles, not something that I would base a trade on, but still worth noting. We got a nice low test here and a really strong bounce with a little green body on the top of that candle. Not really significant, but just thought I would point it out. And now that we've broken above those two candles and we seem to be just holding above them, I think that's a good indication that we're just starting to build into some strength. Slow stochastics are climbing. We're just moving, we're just testing that 62,500 level, which I talked about a little bit earlier. So far, so good. So far, it looks quite positive. That's all I've got to say on it for today. I would love to hear your views on Bitcoin, so please do put them in the comments.